Madness Unspoken.
Give us a sign that you want to communicate with us.
Some stories aren't just told. Objects that seem ordinary at first glance, dolls, boxes, trinkets, can carry with them something much darker. Tonight, we're diving into 3 of the most infamous cursed objects in the world. Each has left a trail of fear, tragedy, and unanswered questions. And by the end, you might find yourself looking over your shoulder, wondering if some curses never die. Chapter 1. Annabelle, the doll. It started in the 1970s. A simple Raggedy Ann doll, red yarn hair, round eyes, stitched smile. To most people, harmless. But to one group of roommates, she became something else entirely. Donna, a nursing student, had received the doll as a gift from her mother. She placed it in her apartment, sitting neatly on her bed. But soon, strange things began to happen. The doll seemed to change positions on its own. At first, it was subtle, arms crossed, head tilted. Then it became impossible to ignore. Donna and her roommate Angie began finding notes written on parchment paper. The words, "Help us," "Help Lou." The creepy part? Neither of them kept parchment in the apartment. Things escalated when their friend Lou spent the night. He claimed to have woken up paralyzed, unable to move, with the doll sitting on his chest, staring. Then, deep scratches appeared across his torso, claw marks that bled. Lou swore Annabelle had attacked him. Terrified, Donna called in a priest. Eventually, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were contacted.
What are you guys?
Well, we've been called ghost hunters, paranormal researchers.
But we prefer to be known simply as Ed and Lorraine Warren.
The Warrens declared the doll wasn't haunted by a child spirit, as Donna had believed, but something darker, a demonic entity pretending to be innocent to gain trust. Annabelle was locked inside a glass case in the Warrens' occult museum with a warning: positively do not open. Even there, stories continued. A man once mocked the doll, banging on the case, daring her to do something. Hours later, while riding his motorcycle, he lost control and crashed. His girlfriend survived. He didn't. To this day, Annabelle is considered one of the most dangerous cursed objects in the world. She sits silently in her case, but if you look closely, her eyes almost seem alive. Chapter 2. Robert the Doll. Before Annabelle, there was Robert. In the early 1900s, in Key West, Florida, a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto received a doll as a gift. It was nearly his size, stuffed with straw, dressed in a sailor's uniform. The boy loved it so much, he named it after himself, Robert. From then on, the boy insisted on being called Gene. The doll became Robert. Strange things started happening quickly. Neighbors claimed they saw the doll move from window to window when no one was home. Gene's parents heard him talking late at night. At first, they assumed it was just play. But soon, they began hearing a second voice answering back.
I'm watching you.
When things in the house went missing, Gene always said, "Robert did it." When furniture overturned or doors slammed shut, Gene insisted, "Robert did it." As Gene grew older, he kept Robert close. Even as an adult, married, living in his family home, Robert still had a room of his own. Gene's wife often felt uneasy, swearing that Robert's face would change expressions depending on who entered the room. After Gene's death in 1974, Robert was donated to the East Martello Museum in Key West, where he still resides today. But the curse didn't stop. Visitors who mock Robert or take his photo without permission report streaks of bad luck, accidents, illnesses, even deaths. The museum is flooded with apology letters every year, from people begging Robert to lift his curse. Dear Robert, I'm sorry I didn't ask permission for your picture. Please forgive me. My car crashed the day I got home. Stand in front of him, and you'll feel it. The weight of his stare, the silence of the room, as if he knows exactly what you're thinking. Robert isn't just a doll. He's a warning. Chapter 3. The Dybbuk Box. A spirit you don't want to meet. Our last cursed object comes from Jewish folklore. The Dybbuk, a restless, malicious spirit said to cling to objects or even possess people. The Dybbuk Box first gained fame when it was sold on eBay in 2001. The seller, Kevin Mannis, described terrifying experiences after acquiring a wooden wine cabinet. Strange odors of jasmine and cat urine filled the air. His mother suffered a stroke the very day he gave her the box as a gift. Every new owner reported the same: nightmares, shadow figures, feelings of dread. Eventually, the box ended up with museum curator Jason Haxton, who claimed it made his health decline rapidly. He began experiencing bleeding rashes, coughing up blood, and even strange electrical problems at home. The legend grew when the box caught the attention of celebrities. In 2018, rapper Post Malone visited Zach Bagans' haunted museum in Las Vegas, where the Dybbuk Box is kept. Post was present when the case holding the box was opened. Weeks later, he was nearly killed in a plane emergency, robbed in a home invasion, and involved in a serious car crash, all within a short span of time. Many believe the curse followed him from that moment. Today, the Dybbuk Box is sealed tight in a protective case. But just like Annabelle and Robert, people whisper that containment doesn't always mean safety. Some objects are more than wood, fabric, and paint. They hold stories, spirits, curses, and whether you believe or not, the fear they inspire is very, very real. So tonight, we've looked at 3 of the most infamous cursed objects in history: Annabelle, Robert the Doll, and the Dybbuk Box. Ordinary things, each with extraordinary, terrifying legacies. Maybe they're just legends, or maybe some things really do carry the weight of evil. Either way, if you ever find yourself face to face with them, don't touch, don't mock, and don't take them home, because once a curse latches onto you, it doesn't like to let go.